Hi, I'm Bart Hanson. I'm the owner and operator of CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the phone number in the description.
A 10-25 game, but we got a $50 straddle on.
1025 with a straddle?
Yeah, so it's like it's yeah. So 10-25 50, $50 straddle under the gun.
Where is this played out of?
Win.
At the Win. So this is the Win's 1025 game, because doesn't the Win usually just play 5-10 uncapped, like super deep?
Yeah, sometimes they get like 10 and a quarter, and then this one was particularly 10-25 50.
Okay.
Okay, so a little bit about the villain. I took a picture of him and asked a couple friends. I guess he's like a professional that plays at the Bay. I don't know his name. Kind of unknown. Anyway, we're like, I think we are about 8,000 effective.
Okay.
And it folds around to him on the button, and he opens to 150. And I have ace jack of diamonds, and I raise to 600 in the small blind.
You're in the small blind. So 150.
Yeah.
And you make it 600. So fold to the button makes it 150. Hero in small blind. So there's 3 blinds up front, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ace of diamonds, jack of diamonds, 600. Yeah, pretty standard so far. You know, again, I actually was playing. We were playing 5, 10, 20, 40 last night. Usually that doesn't happen at the bike, and I was just like, and I had a similar stack than you, and I was just like, oh wow, this isn't really that deep.
Right.
You can consider it in the straddle. Was the straddle on every hand, or was it just occasionally too?
Every hand.
All right. So then you're just playing straight 160 big blinds effective then. I mean, you're just playing a 25-50 game. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not deep.
Yeah.
It's not
right.
Deep by any means.
Right.
He decides to call.
Okay.
Flop is Jack, 6, 4, 1 heart. Rainbow.
So the pot's got about 1,200 in it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The heart is the 6 of hearts. I don't think that matters much, but
Okay.
Okay. So anyway,
I would tend to bet like 1/3 here. I mean 400, something like that.
Okay.
350 to 400. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet a third. I bet a third. 400.
Uh-huh.
He calls. Turn is a 3 of hearts. So backdoor heart draw. I decided to check, and he bets 700. I call.
I think you can probably do a fair amount of betting here, though, on the turn. He shouldn't really have 5-7 here really all that much. I mean, yeah, he could flop a set. I guess he could put you in a tough spot with combos with hearts, but I mean, are you checking aces, kings, queens? You know, the other thing too with ace jack, right, is that he's supposed to defend. I don't know if you're a top section subscriber or a CLP subscriber, but you know, with all this small sizing and the solvers and stuff, like the reason why you bet small on the flop is because people don't defend enough. Right, like you have a very cheap price on your bluff, and when you bet 400 and 1,200, he's getting 4-1, right? So defending like if he hands with 20% equity, he's supposed to be calling with like king queen, with a backdoor, right, and some of the other broadways with a backdoor. So you're a little bit vulnerable too. A little bit with ace jack, like a lot more than like aces or something like that. But anyways, so hero checks.
Yeah, hero check.
Yeah.
I decided to check because like I play like queens and kings sometimes like this. I'll probably double barrel a lot of the kings and aces, but yeah, I decided to mix it up a little bit here and check call. He's supposed to bet some and check some. I guess he checks some like tens behind, and maybe sometimes he bluffs like flush draws or like 7-8 or gut shots, 7-8 suited, stuff like that. So
So you
So
call.
anyway, yeah, I call.
Yep.
River is a 4. And I decide to check again
So it's
because,
4x basically, right? Or
yeah, 4x.
but I guess the
Flush
point
doesn't
is
get there.
the point is that he could have 4x of hearts, right?
What's that?
He could have
Oh,
four.
yeah, yeah.
He could have 4x of hearts, right? There's no flush draw. I mean, the flush didn't get there, but I'm assuming you're saying that because the back door is there,
Yeah,
right?
the back doors are on the turn, yeah.
Right,
The
right,
flush
right.
draw.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the pot
Okay,
is the so
so,
the pot is what 3,400 something like that, right?
714. Yeah, roughly,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that, yeah.
Okay.
So I decided to check.
Yep.
Thinking about check calling. Hopefully he checks behind. But then he overbets here to 4,300, which is pretty huge. Like, huge. Into a $3,400 pot.
Right, right.
And this is where my decision is. And I have ace jack, so like I was talking to some friends about it, and they said that ace jack is kind of better than like aces.
Well,
Because
it blocks pocket. Yeah,
you
it blocks
block
pocket jacks. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
4,300 is different than like an all-in bet. Well, 43. Well, I guess you only have 40. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, all in is just ridiculous. I think he has like 6K. Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to be that you do definitely have one of the better hands that you can have here. So I mean, always the question becomes is like, is a guy like, you know, do you think that he's playing with the right frequencies? Do you think that he's bluffing at the right frequencies? When we talk about optimal play, if you were to probably throw this into Pio, it probably would be a call. But that makes the assumption that the guy is defending correctly on the flop and continuing to barrel across the river with the right hands, which would be like the Broadway cards with the backdoor flush draw in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could have ace four. He could have 5-4. This is, again, just talking about strict optimal play, like what he's supposed to defend with. 5-4 suited
Well,
and
like,
ace
okay,
4.
let's talk about ace four for a second. I
Yeah.
don't think he bets ace four. Like,
Well, no, I'm just going through the hand.
unless
I'm
it's
saying
ace four.
I'm saying I'm going through the hands, right? Of
Yeah,
what
yeah.
kind of fours he might have, right? So pre-flop, he could have ace 4 or 5-4, right? That would
Okay.
defend, but like you said, like I don't know if he bets those hands off on the turn, right? All that
Yeah.
much, right?
Maybe 5-4. Maybe 5-4 because he has like the.
He's allowed to bet. I mean, I remember he's allowed to bet 5-4 of hearts on the turn and ace 4 of hearts on the turn, just because of the properties of the amount of equity. This is again something that Colin and I have gone over the last couple months, where you're actually, when you have a pair and a flush draw in a spot where you're like, oh, it's kind of way ahead, way behind, you actually are allowed to bet a fair amount. So you'd be surprised how much ace 4 of hearts on the turn is a bet, or 5-4 of hearts is a bet on the turn. So he could have those hands, right? He really shouldn't have 5-7. And then, yeah, he could have pocket sixes, pocket threes. Pocket five should probably check back. So, what does he have here, right? You block pocket jacks. Yeah, I would say that if you're trying to play well and you think that the guy structures his bluffing correctly, then you would probably have to call here. Whether or not he is doing that type of thing or he's that good, that's another question.
Yeah, the whole live poker intangibles come into play here.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's like harder to do right on a bluff. Like, let's say he has like 7-8 suited or
right,
like without the nut there.
By the way, I mean the pot is 3,400 on the river, right? You went 600 pre-flop with ace jack of diamonds call, 400 on the flop of jack 6-4 rainbow with the 6 of hearts call. So the pot at that point is 2,000, turns a 3 of hearts check, 700 call. So it's 3,400. Now the river is a 4 right. Check 4,300. So what did you end up doing?
I folded. I mean, he tells me later he has like 3-3. I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah, possible. I just thought it was kind of one of those spots where like maybe I can learn a thing or two. Like if
Well, here's the thing, though,
Like
too.
it's hard to call, right? It's
Well,
hard to call
here's the
in
thing,
my
though.
spot.
Here's the thing, though, too, right? Like, however you much want to play this optimal game. The other thing, too, though, is that you would probably want to bet the turn and bet the river. Here, I mean, the theory behind you could stack off like as the aggressor in this hand for value, because in optimal play here, he has to defend with a lot of his jacks. So you have the best jack, and he has to defend, and clearly with an overpair, you're just allowed to go bet all in, but probably with ace jack too. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you get kind of hairy like on the turn. Like it turns probably a bet, and you probably shouldn't be thinking about checking queens and kings on the turn at 160 big blinds here in a 3-bet pot, because you have an overpair and it's button versus small blind, right?
Yeah, I could do that. I could get behind that thought process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Cool.
Thanks for the call. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out CrushLivePoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA200. Click on the link right there.